I'm Mrs. Carson. I am the AP Studio Art and Design teacher here at Park Hill South. I have been teaching here for 20 years. I love my job, and of course, AP Art is my favorite class to teach. This is a largely self-guided class. The students have their own personal voice in the way they choose to make art, and I'm simply here to help guide that process and help them succeed on the AP exam. So kind of walk you through what's going to be going on this semester. Schoology is going to be a very important part of the class this semester, much more so than normal. Because of the changes in scheduling due to COVID and being safe and social distancing, I'm going to be seeing your student every other day. And whether I'm seeing them in person or at home, there's always going to be a lot to do. And so at the days that they're at home, they can be working on some of the online assignments that will be structured here on Schoology, but they're always going to have artwork that they're working on at home as well. So your student needs to plan for an hour, hour and a half of work time every day. Even the days that I meet them in class, it's a lot of work, and the artwork itself isn't going to get done to the best quality unless they're spending time every day. One of the first things that we are going to talk about is an art studio space at home, a place for them to create. If your student is a digital artist, yay, they just need their computer, but they still need a quiet space. They need their sketchbook. They need to be able to gather resources and work. If your student's into painting, where can they paint in the class and leave their easel set up, leave their paint, water, and cups where it's not going to interrupt the family environment. Maybe that's a basement, a garage, or simply like sectioning off an area of a room. I know a lot of students use a dining room table, but a space where they can create on a daily basis and be prepared for that. Supplies are going to largely be the student's responsibility. So everyone is going to have their own way of making art. Some students are painting, like I said, some students are digital, some students are sculpture. I don't provide a kit of supplies. If there is an assignment that we all do together, of course, the materials for that will be provided. But an advanced art student in this class is expected to provide their own supplies. Now, this can be asking me for them. Miss Carson, I need some canvases. I need a few brushes. I got to check out a Prismacolor set. And I will do what I can in that respect to help them with that. But some students do go out and buy their own supplies. Maybe they're into Copic markers or want to try gold leaf. Some of those things that are above and beyond what I provide here at Park Hill South. One requirement is they have to have that sketchbook, and that is a huge part of what they do in the class. To kind of work ahead and illustrate an example of what I'm talking about, we will each be creating a website. And this website is how you section apart what's going to happen on the AP exam. And the website is your way of showing your documentation and process. So each student will have their own website, and you'll be able to see all those. I'll have that link for you on Schoology. So here is an example of a student's process, and that's what's so great, I think, about AP Art is it really does help students understand how to show how they create. So here you can see the student's initial sketchbook ideas, some of the photography that was used, and then some of the experimentation they did with material. And those are all things that AP wants to see and wants the student to be able to talk about, so that when we view the final work, then we can understand how the student created that from scratch. It's nothing that's been taken off the internet. It's truly an innovative and creative work of art that the student made themselves. So that's part of my job, is to guide that process on how you show those things. When we get to the actual AP exam, let me see, I've got so many tabs open. This is what they turn in, and you're going to be paying for the AP exam in September, but they're not actually submitting the work until May. And for an art AP exam, what they're doing is they're turning in images of their work, and they're explaining their materials, their processes, their ideas in writing. And the portfolio is basically graded on 1/3 of the writing and then 2/3 the artwork that they create. So that's how kind of the test works. Another part of the class is, of course, the art fair. That's a big, exciting thing for these students, is to have that booth that is their work and how they get to show off at the art fair. And that's kind of their final exam for the class. So even if I have your student first semester only, it's understood that they will be having a portfolio in the art fair second semester, and they'll be, working with me either on Zooms or outside of class. I'll have some extra outside meetings to get them prepared for that and for the exam. So I'll continue that support even though they've moved on to new classes for second semester. A couple more things. I did meet with your students back in April and discuss with them these summer assignments. So if they are coming to class that first day, I need them to bring their summer assignments, basically their sketchbook, so we can go over that and see the things they created this summer. And again, you're going to be able to look at Schoology as where you find what's due for the week. I'm going to be updating that every Wednesday, and grades will be updated in Infinite Campus. And just in general for this class, the students are going to get into a rhythm of a 2-week due date. So every 2 weeks, a big project will be due, and a large percentage of that is going to be happening at home. And we're going to be working together really close to get a very tight-knit group with all the sharing that we do and helping each other create and have an amazing time. I am here if you need anything. I'm going to post my email address here, and if there's anything at all I can do to help you or you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you for sharing your student with me.